Example 10, solve for all the solutions from 0 to 2 pi. Right, we have the sine of 5x plus the sine of 3x. Okay, we cannot add them up. We can't say that's the sine of 8x. But we could use, if we could turn this, since this sum equals 0, if we could turn this into a product, then that means we could sell all the factors equal to 0 and solve that way. So let's go back, let's look at, again, our sum to product formulas. Sum to product, right? So here you go. The sine of x plus the sine of y is 2 sine of x plus y over 2 cosine of x minus y over 2. So got a 2 in front of it. So that ought to be 2 times the sine of 5x plus 3x over 2, right, times the cosine of 5x minus 3x over 2 equals 0. So that's 2 times the sine of 8x over 2 is 4x, and the cosine of 2x over 2, which is x. So we changed this from a sum, which we couldn't do anything with, and now it's a product. And actually we know how to solve this, because if a product equals 0, then one of the factors equals 0, and the 2 doesn't matter. So set sine 4x equal to 0. We know that sine of 4x, sine of x equals 0 at 0, pi, 2 pi, and every pi after that. So I would go like this. 4x equals 0, pi. Okay, and I'm going to have to keep going. Remember, we have to get all the solutions from 0 to 2 pi, but at the last step, we're going to be dividing by 4. So we need to go around the circle 4 times. So we're going to also pick up 2 pi and 3 pi. Right, we're also going to pick up 4 pi and 5 pi. How many times around is that? Once, twice, 3 times. And now we've got 6 pi and 7 pi. And all of that equals 4x, right? But we're solving for x, so we have to divide by 4. 0, pi over 4. Okay, 2 pi over 4 is pi over 2. 3 pi over 4. 4 pi over 4. 5 pi over 4. 6 pi over 4, which is 3 pi over 2, and 7 pi over 4. Right? All of those come from the sine of 4x equals 0. And then the other part of it is cosine of x equals 0. And we know cosine of x equals 0 when x equals pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. And I believe we actually already have both of those. So we wouldn't need to write them twice.